That's the toughest thing to do, to get out of an abusive relationship. You think that you love, and you think that the person loves you back, and you're so caught up in your codependency behaviors, caretaking behaviors. It takes a lot of therapy. For me, it took a lot of therapy. It did not just happen just like that.
Right.
It took a 9-year relationship, took me 9 years of going to 12-step, of keeping going back to the abusive relationship over and over and over again, thinking this time it's going to be different. This time it's going to be different. This time it's going to be different. And each time, it's never different. It's always worse. It's always worse. Going back. It just, by a miracle of God, finally, you learn to let go. You learn to then look back upon it and say thank you for what was good in that relationship. So you get to the gratitude that way. Thank you for all that was good. And all you remember after the fact is what was good. Thank you for the love that was, that still is. Thank you for learning the lesson and not going back into an unhealthy relationship. The unhealthy relationship, for me, I think relates to the fact that I chose someone that was like my father. And my father left us. My father was an alcoholic, a womanizer, a gambler. He didn't support the family. And I adored my father. So I chose in that relationship someone someone like my father who I thought I could change. I could change him. My love would change him.
Right.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately for me, prior to that, I had a 30-year healthy relationship with a husband who was quality. Yeah, so gratitude for that 30-year good marriage. And then gratitude for the love that I felt for the 9-year relationship that was abusive, was full of all the negativities of codependency, caretaking, loving someone else more than I loved myself.
Do you think that's the underlining theme there? You didn't love yourself enough?
I think so. The underlying theme. Not loving myself enough. Loving someone more than I could love myself. Truth.
Loving yourself, it has like a negative connotation to it, doesn't it? It means you're selfish, it means you're a narcissist, it means you don't care about anyone. How do you get there of loving yourself where those elements don't exist?
I don't accept that philosophy because I know that the more I can love myself, the more I can love others. When I really and truly love myself, I'm truly and good to myself.
How do you know?
The detached observer, the witness.
What? Okay.
When I can be my witness self,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm my wisest self.
And then you love and respect yourself.
When I can stand outside of all the rules, step back and observe it. It's all theater.
How did you deal with unsolvable problems in life?
Well, an example is my son. I had to learn to deal with accepting him just the way he is and not trying to change him to fit my ideal image of how he ought to be. To love and accept whoever it is. To love and forgive, love and forgive, love and forgive, and not get hooked into trying to change. trying to change somebody else. I could never change anyone. I
No.
can only change myself, and that's difficult in itself. How do I change myself? How do I change myself? I have to look within and totally forgive myself for my negative thought to begin with, because I'm the one that created it.
Yeah.
Because everything out there is an illusion. It's all an illusion. So if I get hooked into my story, I'm the one that's going to suffer. So the sooner I can get out of my story, the sooner I can forgive myself for my negative thought to begin with. Forgive myself for my negative thoughts to begin with. And say, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God. And it's forever in process. You never finish the story. Because I keep getting caught into the story and I think it's for real.
Right. Even at 90 years old, you still get caught in the story.
For truth.
Evolution never ceases,
No,
right?
Never.
Thou art to find the road that enters. So you're to find your road that enters into yourself. Did you do that? Have you?
Yeah. I guess I have. By knowing that to detach with love, to observe it all as a story.
So the main thing.
And the main thing is forgiveness. The main thing is forgiveness.
Really?
And
Okay.
next to the main thing is forgiveness is the thanks and praises. No matter what's happening, thanks and praises. To live in a state of gratitude is to have arrived. If I'm in a state of gratitude.
So that's been the road into yourself.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Gratitude,
Thank you.
detachment,
Thank you.
observing, witnessing your theatre,
I forgive myself.
and forgiveness. Fantastic.
And here we are.
And that's the road.
And that's the path.
People that are dying, they had 5 things that they regretted. I wish I had the courage to live life true to myself and not living other people's expectations of me. Do you feel you've done that?
Yeah.
You've been true to yourself. Yeah. I wish I had not worked so hard.
I stopped working a long time ago.
Cool. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings.
I do tell everybody I love them. I do. I tell my kids I love them. I tell my friends I love them. It's easy to love.
I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends.
I stay in touch. I stay in touch with my friends.
I wish I let myself be happier.
I wish I let myself be happier. I wish I would let myself be happier. I wish I would not get hooked into any of the theater that I create. I wish I could be aware and live in the present here and now moment, aware more of the time. Yeah.
So important, yeah. Yeah.
To live in the here and now instead of into yesterdays or tomorrows. You have to do your footwork.
Yeah.
It did not come upon me as a free gift.
There's no instant pill?
There might be for others. There might be. But for me, I had to work for it.
And it sounds...
And it was a worthy work.
Yeah, it was a worthy work. And emotional release work was a huge thing, right?
My breath work was a big, huge emotional release work.
Mm-hmm.
Because the mind isn't thinking in it. It's getting to who you really are, breaking through the blocks
Mm-hmm.
through a different modality,
Mm-hmm.
not through the programming mind.
Mm-hmm.
no question. Emotional release work. It's the most powerful that I've experienced.
Fantastic. Okay, thanks, Rachel. That's great.
Thank you, Asa.